Hello, and welcome back to Biblewood's Bible Corner. Today, we're going to continue Acts chapter 28. I'm going to read verses 7 through 12, starting with the English Standard Version. Now, in the neighborhood of that place were lands belonging to the chief man of the island, named Publius, who received us and entertained us hospitably for 3 days. It happened that the father of Publius lay sick with fever and dysentery. And Paul visited him and prayed, and putting his hands on him, healed him. And when this had taken place, the rest of the people on the island who had diseases also came and were cured. They also honored us greatly, and when we were able to sail, they put on board whatever we needed. After 3 months, we set sail in a ship that had wintered in the island, a ship of Alexandria, with the twin gods as a figurehead. Putting in at Syracuse, we stayed there for 3 days. New Century Version. There were some fields around there that owned by Publius, an important man on the island. He welcomed us into his home and was very good to us for 3 days. Publius's father was sick with a fever and dysentery. Paul went to him, prayed, and put his hands on the man and healed him. After this, all of the other sick people on the island came to Paul, and he healed them too. The people on the island gave us many honors, and when we were ready to leave 3 months later, they gave us the things we needed. We got on a ship from Alexandria that had stayed on the island during the winter. On the front of the ship was a sign of the twin gods. We stopped at Syracuse for 3 days. All right, so they're back on the journey to Rome. But what I want to focus on here is the healing. So during this time, Jesus had given the original 12 apostles some powers to be able to go out and heal people just as he did. And he also gave these powers to Paul. Now, in doing this, the idea, at least again, this is my understanding, was not to bring the glory to these men individually, but in healing the sick or whatever ailments, crippled, whatever ailments may be, the idea was to put Christ at the center and give God the glory, hence bringing more people to Christ, baptizing them. So all of the people on this island were amazed at what Paul had done with the one man's father. I'm not going to say his name again because I'm pretty sure I butchered it in the readings of both translations. But anyway, in healing his father, as the scriptures say, the rest of the people on the island were amazed. So then all of the sick were brought to Paul. Now, did Paul say, nope, I'm done, one was enough? No. He was patient enough to heal everyone that was brought to him. Just as Christ is patient enough to work with us today. We don't physically see Christ, but we know that he does work through us. We know that because of what we read in the scriptures. We even know that because of some of the things we see around us. We don't have miracles in the sense that they did back then, healing people miraculously. But we do have wondrous works happening. Cancer being cured just overnight from patients. and other ailments like that just disappearing overnight. It does happen today, but it doesn't happen because someone comes up, lays their hand on that person, and says, "Be healed." It happens today through the power of prayer. And that's how Jesus is working today. We are to go to him in prayer. And Paul, I guarantee you, prayed each time he put his hands on someone to heal them. So we go to God in prayer when we want someone to get over some sort of a disease or what have you. And it doesn't always happen the way we want it to happen. I'll say that too. And that can be rough. But we have to trust what God is doing. I hope you find encouragement in this, and I hope you have a wonderful, God-centered day. Bye.